Yo, what's up, guys? You decided to join us today. Sweet, we knew you would. Welcome back, one and all, to the Global Nerds Podcast. To my right, I have Mark. To my other right, I have Philip. Down below me in this chat, I have Shy, diagonal-ish Durrell, and even more diagonal-ish, the Night Moon Wolf himself, Ty. How you guys doing today?
Doing okay. It's hot as balls at the moment.
Yeah, I was about to say, how many of us are actually frying in their own homes?
Oh, I'm comfortable right now. I'm comfortable in Cali for once.
Lucky bastard.
Yeah, I'm not frying, but I'm more like semi bacon kind of.
Well, I can't relate. Bro, I don't know. I feel good right now. It's only 9 a.m. and it's comfortable. I feel good.
Yeah, it's I'm feeling pretty good too. I mean, the smoke is almost entirely gone where I am, actually.
Oh yeah, them Canadian fires is really effing you guys up in the New York area, right?
Yeah.
You
place.
forget the very sus Canadian fires.
Yeah, I mean, if they were really on our side, they would have made sure that the cannabis fields caught fire.
Hey, nah, we need that because the whole Western Hemisphere would have been high.
Yeah, that you even it's the kind of high where even Smokey the Bear's like, only you can prevent. Oh, that's good shit.
Oh, that would have been too funny.
Just get everybody fucked up instantly.
Smokey Bear get high his damn self. Just like the damn line.
Yeah.
Don't trust. They pass me your blood. All right, then, my
Wait, y'all remember that back in the day when we was in middle school? We had the dare, don't do drugs and all that shit. Nowadays, it's like, well, that shit ain't working. It backfired. It backfired.
Yeah,
bro, all that shit. Don't do drugs. Prevent forest fire. Bro, all that shit failed.
I think
trying to make it like marijuana was a bad drug and shit.
I think H.W. Bush once said that we are in a war on drugs and we're losing, which is kind of heartwarming and inspiring in hindsight because there's a war against people on drugs and we, the people on drugs, are winning.
True.
I
but it depends on the drugs. It depends because I see some of these clips around here with the zombie drug. Y'all out there laid out like y'all stuck in the Matrix. That is crazy.
I mean,
like that's y'all. Oh Lord,
it become Resident Evil. You would think you're in Resident Evil for real with that shit,
bro.
I mean, like it's like what a lot of the reactionaries often forgot, though. There are good drugs and bad drugs, and I mean, it's just like there's such a thing as moderation. It's like everybody, but they think, oh, they touch this stuff, even no matter what it is, dark side immediately.
Or in the Matrix, as we see, or the zombie flesh eating drugs. Like people's skin is rotten. I'm like, what the hell? Why would you want that? Like, yeah, I want a piece of that weed with a little bit of rotten inside, and I want to freeze time, but be stuck in time for like an hour, not moving or breathing. Like, what the hell? I don't understand. Anywho, that's crazy.
Yo, that's we got a lot of crazy shit to talk about today, though.
I was just about to say, what topics y'all want to get into? Them, the cool, easy, simple ones, or this convoluted list that Chris posted? Which one y'all want to hear first?
I thought you guys liked options.
We like options. I don't know half of this shit.
I got everything like pretty much pulled up on those things. So like whenever you do want to talk about them, I can fill you in a bit. But I think it'd be stuff that we as content creators talking to content creators might be interested in.
This list looks like you went and typed up on Google topics that will set the internet ablaze.
I didn't need any help from ChatGPT on this, bro.
Okay.
Yeah, like we need more ways to figure out how to send lawsuits, cease and desist to people.
All right, let's pick a random. Go ahead, Mark. Before we pick a random. Sorry.
I would say let's start. let's do the iDubbbz thing, because then that's kind of like died down, but I know some people are still kind of talking about it. So I know
Shoot off.
I know little bits about this. So basically, back in the day, iDubbbz used to be a huge, big creator because it was very controversial. Like, he would say certain things that not many people would say. Definitely stuff that has completely changed from, say, back in, like, say, 2016 or something like that. Like, everything's completely changed. So he came. He obviously started. I think he came out and he apologized, but a lot of people didn't like it because it was more. It wasn't the content that he was making. It wasn't the words that he was saying. He basically just said, "I don't like my fans anymore, and if you're like this, then I want nothing to do with you." And I think that's what's kind of pulled up so much stuff over time. That he's gone from this really okay person to them being like kind of hated. But yeah, that's the controversy that I remember. I know Chris has got a lot of other things in there.
Yeah, I still
What do
don't
you
know
guys
what
think?
iDubbbz is. I don't know.
Did you ever watch Filthy Frank?
No.
Well, he was part of that team along with Max Mofo and How to Basic, but he was basically a YouTuber who rose to prominence 2015. Very edgy sense of humor that he's since been trying to grow out of, and I respect that. Like, if that's your choice, that's your choice. I'm sure you have noble, and like, it sounds like you got noble reasons in mind. But to shit on your fans who did nothing but watch your old content and like it and express, like, still liking that content in a way that doesn't hurt anybody, to go and call them shitheads, that's just kind of a slap in the face.
Yeah.
And it makes your own sort of redemption quest, if you will, feel kind of, I don't know, inauthentic. You just don't, it's not that you want to be better, it's just that you don't want to be known as a certain thing anymore.
I get rebranding. I get that. But yeah, you don't shit on the people that made you where you are now, but you could always rebrand. But
Yeah, I think
yeah.
it's that sort of stuff I agree with. Is like, you can change as a person, and no matter what you do, like, the only probably the main difference is people would probably just leave your, like, they'll just like unsubscribe or they'll get rid of you type thing. But yeah, it's like, you shouldn't just turn around and say, "Oh, thanks for the millions of dollars that I made off this content, all the time that you bought my merch and stuff. But yeah, you're all like this. Fuck off." That sort of stuff doesn't sit right with me. And it should just be like, yeah, you can change your content, you can move on, you can not be as edgy, and you can redeem yourself. But why shit on people? It doesn't sit right. But yeah, I know a lot of people have said all this sort of stuff, and everyone's just like, "Oh, you just want him to go back to this point when he was this." And it's like, no one's ever said that. It's like, you can change, but don't shit on people that fucking made you.
Correct. People learn the hard way when they got to start from scratch and pretty much lose everyone that actually started them, in the first place. So hey.
Yeah, I think, like, some people have brought up on this subject as well, is that because obviously TOS has completely changed, that they're not gonna, their content will be demonetized. So you're not going to be making the same amount of money, but you can't go back to what you used to be. So it's more like, well, yeah, I'm going to change my content, because it's like, did you just do it for that, or is it the fact that you can't get away with the stuff that you do now or you did back in the day? So there's always like kind of loads of different arguments on that one. But yeah, I
I
don't
would
think he's
think
going
it's
to.
the latter because people used to be assholes on the internet and get fame with these so-called pranks and stuff, and now you can't get away with it. So now it's kind of like, oh shit, we got to scramble. This is why I hate the rise of social media fame, air quotations there, because people chase the stupid type of architect that they think gonna make them famous without actual any real talent. So you start doing stupid pranks, and it's like that's all you're gonna be known for. Like, I hate it.
And I hate to bring up race in this, but I saw something on 4 black kids recording themselves invading people's homes.
Oh, that's Mizzy.
Mizzy.
Was it
Yep.
Mizzy?
When
Yeah.
did this happen?
This week, I believe.
A few weeks back at the very most. This is very recent.
Yeah. So the context of that one is, like the guy, I can't remember the guy's name off the top of my head right now, but his name's his Bakari, that's his name. So he basically it's weird. There's so much stuff because he's done a lot more things than just like invading someone's home. He basically did a TikTok prank or a trend where apparently meant to jump over someone like leapfrog way, but he did it to a Jewish man and then just pushed him in the street. And the thing with London, it's quite a busy place, so he could have been hurt. This guy's also filmed himself going into the back of places, places where you're not meant to be, just for clout. He got recently arrested, and all his social media accounts have been banned. So now it's more like he'll pop up on other people's stuff. He's been on TV shows in the UK trying to promote loads of different things going on at the moment. And he's playing the race card and no one's actually ever brought that up. No one's ever said anything about it. They're just saying, you're an asshole. So we're going to tell you that you're an asshole and we're going to sort this out. No one's said anything whatsoever. But he's got this whole thing of like a movement where it's like everyone's just got to be outside. You shouldn't be following social media. But he's doing it in the wrong way, thinking that, he's got these characters. And someone brought up a really good point when I was watching a video on it, is if, say, for example, you walk into someone's house and you terrorize a family and you come out and go, oh, that's a character. People don't see that person as a character. They see it as, oh, shit, you're coming into my house. I don't know what you're doing. So, and it's like, oh, yeah, I apologize. I don't mean that. You shouldn't be doing this sort of shit just to spread awareness, because your cause gets massively shot down where people don't want to do this. They don't want anything to do with you. And if they see you, they'll just kind of like either walk away or think, shit, is my life. Because he was the same guy was going around up to people saying, do you want to die? And, it's one of those play on words where it's not that you don't want to have your life ended. It was more, I've got a box of hair dye in my pocket. But he wasn't doing it in a joke. He was going up in balaclavas, running up to people going like, do you want to die? Do you want to die? And then when people would run away or didn't know what was going on, like he was like, oh, I'm just joking. It's fine. I've got a box of hair dye. It's fine. But literally in London, people have been stabbed. So when someone comes up and says, do you want to die? But there's nothing to make it into a joke. I don't know what's going to happen. Like, I would just be like, fuck, and just run. So yeah, there's like tons of stuff going on at the moment with this one guy, and I fucking hate him.
He also steals people's pets.
Yeah, that's what he did as well.
All I know, if someone comes to me and asks me if I want to die, I'm just start shooting.
Yeah.
And that goes back to the Second Amendment type thing. That's an obvious threat.
Yeah.
Right.
And the dude is being like, he's clearly just using the race card to like dodge consequences. And he went on Twitter and said that he had no regrets, straight up.
Yeah, I know. I think he's changed it because he just says that he does regret. The only thing he regretted was the going into someone's house. That was the one thing he's like, no, I kind of regret that. I have remorse. And I'm like, that's fine and all, mate, but you shouldn't be doing this sort of shit. Like, the fuck you doing?
I think their record was what, 5 houses?
If I know they've done it, I've only seen it twice. The one with the place that had children in, and then just randomly walking into someone's house. So if he's done it 5 times, then it's just like, what are you doing, mate? Like, what the fuck are you doing?
That shit crazy.
Yeah, because when he was arrested, it was at least house number 5, if I remember the video correctly. I have to go looking.
Unfortunately, with this like this guy being the asshole that he is, but like also like the context has been getting other pieces of shit on the case, because you've got a lot of racist motherfuckers out there who have been pointing at Mizzy and citing him as so-called proof of the commonality of black pranks against white people, racist, ridiculous nonsense like that, basically.
Yeah, that's
And like
Matt Walsh got in on it, for example.
And like I've said about like LGBTQ community, the black community, any community there is, don't become your haters. You become your haters, you're just as bad as the person that was being offensive towards you, or something to that effect. Because I see it as, if you want to stop oppression against a certain thing, yeah, you could go out and protest. You can go out and riot. What's that going to solve?
Exactly.
Stop
I should
fucking
start beating
doing
people
it.
ass. No, I just start beating people ass. If you want to be racist towards me, you want to call me the N word, you will essentially stop talking for a few months because your mouth's going to be wired shut.
Yeah.
And if it happens again, you're going
Yeah.
to be in a coma for a few years. That's where I'm at with it. So this new generation,
Yeah.
we're not going to take shit anymore. So if you want to be racist, go ahead. I mean, it's your funeral.
Fair
Even,
enough.
I gotta agree. Like honestly, if I get called the N word, you're giving me like fair right to beat your ass. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Pretty
that's
much. It's no
Clearly,
more. I'm sorry, Miss Michelle Obama, but I'm not going to be the bigger person and turn it on the other cheek and go higher. I mean, if you want to go low, I'm gonna go basement.
Oh, she'll
It's
just
just the
say,
way it
I
is.
no, no,
feel,
no, no,
I
no, no.
feel,
Michelle Obama runs and hides and then sicks the FBI on you and destroys her life.
Because she can. I can't do that, so
because
I'm gonna
she
have to do it
can, yeah.
myself.
Like I get, no, I really get that because I mean, like people like this, they've clearly been told multiple times not to do it. Like you know they have been, and they still do it. Yeah, you left me no choice. You're gonna need a new kind of lesson.
Exactly, because
Yeah,
evidently the words, the education, making you not ignorant to it is not working. Or you just don't care.
yeah.
Again, people just feel so empowered because nothing has happened to them. So they feel safe to continue to be ignorant. Well, I'm gonna make it not safe for you. I'm gonna make you
Yeah.
scared because evidently the only works nowadays is fear. If you're afraid to say something, then it works. So
I mean,
white people, be afraid.
some people, no, some people are simple animals, and they need to be like they need to get the message through fear. That's just the only option with
Yeah.
some people,
To be honest,
unfortunately.
you have a
Unfortunately, that's the only thing that works at the time.
you have a wild animal, you put it down.
Some people, yeah.
Yep. Next topic. Oh god, we are now about to just go from asshole people to Andrew Tate.
Oh,
Hey,
you got this is
Let's do the
fucking
movies.
fascinating. This is fascinating. Honestly, I can't believe I'm saying this. It honestly kind of makes me worried for the guy because he has been going on Twitter and unironically posting Photoshop images of himself next to anime waifus.
do you want
And he and
Okay.
it goes further than that. He includes dialogue in these screenshots. And let me see if I can find them for you guys.
Oh no.
while you're finding
He's going
that,
down the rabbit hole.
do you want to find really,
So
really, really funny about
you
this?
know
Hang
what's
on.
that?
So,
He just you first.
all right. So ages ago, he made a tweet, and this was years ago. Hang on, let me quickly find it. He turned around and said, like,
Oh, I know the one you're talking about. Sorry, go
yeah,
ahead.
if you let me find it. Hang on, Andrew Tate tweet anime, and it was so. And I really wanted to post this. I really wanted to do. But he's like, if you're over 15 and like cartoons, you are a loser. Anime, Dragon Ball Z, etc. No excuse. Plus, any woman loses respect for you. Grow up. And I really wanted to go, is this you? Because it's just like he's posting next to anime waifus. And I'm just like, oh, it's fucking weird, Andrew. What you doing?
So,
But yeah, go on.
Isn't
That's
Andrew just weird? Period.
yeah.
Yeah,
Like
but it's the sorry, were you gonna finish?
no,
Mark? I'm sorry.
go on.
What's amazing is also the escalation. At first it's not much. It's him next to a waifu in a Bugatti. It's him getting arrested by two waifus with COVID masks on. But then this one, he says, "No lust, no trust, leave me alone," followed by a like a faceful image of a waifu that with the caption, "Any women that shows interest in you is an agent of the state. Immediately cut off all contact with her and flee the country." Next one is 2 anime characters kissing, saying, "Quiet kitten, daddy has to go fight the Matrix and win the war."
What in the absolute fuck? I'm sorry.
That Romanian gulag did some shit to him.
Oh, Lord.
I reckon this is what happened. So, for years, like, everyone's just talked about Dragon Ball Z and stuff, and that he's gone, "Oh, I don't like it." And he's never done it. Like most people, they go, "Oh, I don't like this." But in that prison, they were like, "Andrew, you're gonna watch this," and they like made him watch the worst anime, and he's like, "Actually, I kind of like this. I kind of like this, guys." And then that's it. He's just gone off the deep end, and now he's a secret weeaboo. He's a weeb.
Oh my gosh, that's terrible.
Yeah.
I don't even know where to go after Andrew Tate. He just makes everything, sucks the energy out of the whole room.
I think
That was a little
straight
bit
up.
weird, yeah.
I think they straight up turned him into like a weeb Manchurian candidate or something. Like he sees a bug on his Bugatti and he just activates and posts a waifu on Twitter now.
That's how I feel about these topics because we went from Andrew Tate to now Logan Paul. Like, who wrote this?
See, I don't know. Oh, okay, yeah, I know what you mean.
Assholes be assholing, man.
We went from misery to despair. Like, what is happening?
See,
It's pure discord, my friend. Pure discord.
Well, did you want to talk about this, Mark, or should I?
I can chime in because I know what's happened. So it took me a while to figure out who the ex-host is, but when I was watching all of this, I was playing like Power Washer Simulator. So
Such a satisfying game. Such a satisfying game.
Yeah, because I'm doing videos now that sometimes don't have my face on it, and then I was like, "Oh, I'll play High on Life because it's a good game," and a few people have just turned around and said like, "Oh, it gives me like, was it motion sickness?" So I was like, "What game would be satisfying that would make you watch Power Washer Simulator?" Brilliant
Made by
game.
The greatest companies ever, Square Enix.
Power washer. What?
Simulator.
So literally just washing something?
So you've seen those videos, haven't you, of where people like get a power washer and they clean the dirt off stuff?
Right.
Yeah, there's a game about it. So I was going around the Lara Croft mansion, just power washing those walls for fun.
Oh my god!
This was
Y'all
made by
are bored
Square
on the
Enix.
internet.
Oh, you say that, like you say that now, but it's one of those things that you play and go, "I need to get that clean. Those windows are dirty."
You don't understand until you play it for yourself.
What this sounds like is
you had to be there, man.
That's what this sounds like.
You know, we said this about what? We said this about Stray. We said this about other games. You'll see it and go, "I'll give it a go." I think it's free on Xbox or whatever, or PlayStation. You know, if they do the gaming thing, you'll play it and go, "Oh, I kind of like this. This is kind of cool."
Oh my god!
And this was made by Square Enix.
Yeah.
Square Enix makes some good shit.
I never knew Square Enix would make this.
No, it's definitely it's so good.
There.
It's so zen. It's euphoric. It really is.
Okay, creators out there, I have an idea for a game. Okay, it's called Don't Wake. Okay, where all you have to do is keep your character asleep. Don't wake up with the alarm. Don't let the cat wake you up. Don't let any of that. And your goal is to stay asleep the longest. I think that game can make some money.
To make it.
Oh yeah.
Yep, it's just gonna be me recording for 10 hours of sleep.
I think.
And you posted the video, Lord Mark.
Yeah, Power Wash Simulator. It's brilliant. It's fantastic.
Amazing. Have you played Lawnmower Simulator yet?
I have not played that one.
That's another good one. It's not Power Wash, but it's up there.
So I guess the next one's dishwasher, right?
Dave probably is the dishwasher one. I mean,
Dishwasher Deluxe.
See, I'm watching this trailer. You can go to Mars. You can get friends in on it. You can do UFOs. It looks like it would be a really fun game to play, and everybody likes that sort of stuff.
Oh my God, Mark! Power washer,
Right.
dishwashers, the clothes folder,
It's
9,000.
That would be a game like that, and I would be happy
Right
with
now,
it.
I'm compelled to play these games.
Good, play them, enjoy them, have them in your life.
Oh,
But going
God
back to
damn it.
going back to the topic of thing, carry on, Chris. You take this one.
So, has anybody here watched or been familiar with the Impulsive podcast?
I know of it.
Never heard of it.
Well, Logan Paul just recently fired his third co-host on the show. Those of you who watch the podcast will know this name instantly, George Janko. George was he was well regarded on the show by fans, by his friends there. He was the first guy on the podcast in a while who wasn't a yes man. And like Logan said that he was trying to get rid of the yes men and all that. And George always really helped him stray away from that old reputation of just a guy who attracted no one but sycophants. But it was a little before the crypto zoo scam that Logan Paul ran. But he basically starts eviscerating George just for being a Christian. Now, George is not a bigot. He has never called for any of the dark shit, some messed up bad examples of just some messed up fundamentalists call for. He just happens to be a Christian. That's all it is. And Logan's basically saying that makes him ignorant, stupid, and gives him a lack of self-awareness. And he straight up calls him a bigoted Christian, even though George has never expressed any kind of bigotry and actively spoken out against it. And he just started to turn on George more and more. His other host became more and more sycophantic and yes man, and George has left the show, and he's just said that he is done with Logan as a friend, basically.
Lord Jesus.
Yeah, it's quite a big thing because I don't know what Logan's doing at the moment. I feel like the main thing right now is that he's reverting back to what he used to be, where he just either just doesn't give a shit because he's got so much money, but yeah, I think it's gonna backfire on him so big because he's getting rid of people that could actually challenge him to actually say, hey, this is what's going on, and he's just filling it with yes men like, hey Logan, do you fancy stealing all that money? Oh, I wouldn't do it, Logan. No, yes man, what do you have to say? I'd do it, Logan. Fucking do it. And then it just destroys it. But yeah, I know Logan's not a good person at the moment. He scams people.
But wasn't that his whole thing of being an asshole person from YouTube? Like, there's nothing, a person can't change just because all of a sudden they get rich or get more notoriety. They just still an asshole.
It seemed like he was getting better, like he'd stuck to his promise to genuinely redeem himself as a person, but then
again,
Crypto
that was
Zoo
performative. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? A tiger
Clearly.
can't change his stripes.
No, clearly. I mean, I believe
Okay.
I believe in redemption. I believe in second chances, but when you fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. He has had multiple chances now, and he has fallen through on each of them. Just each time given an apology that he never really meant and gone back to being a shitbag. So he's out of chances as far as I'm concerned, and I don't think that necessarily makes him a monster, but the guy is clearly, and I say this as someone who believes that narcissism is more common than we give it credit for. He's definitely got a heavy load of narcissism on his shoulders, and he's very money driven, and he's got one hell of an ego, and it seems like those are demons that he's just not serious about beating.
Yeah.
I fully agree, but the Paul brothers have always been controversial in almost everything they do, from their fights to the crap they did in Japan. I think the stuff that they did in Japan was worse than what the other guy did.
Well, technically
Is that
that was That was only
Suicide Forest you talking
Suicide
about?
Forest. Yeah.
Well, it
Yeah.
wasn't just the Suicide Forest. They were going to shipping yards, taking equipment and filming on it. And you can look around at the people and they're like, what the fuck are you doing?
Right.
Let us work, you motherfucker.
And Jake once brought an entire like an entire army of his friends, his employees, and his followers to have a party in a neighborhood without permission and refusing to leave.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. And there's just Jake in general being Jake in general has been the dick between the two. Logan just puts more of an effort into hiding what he is.
Right.
Like it kind of makes you wonder if they're sociopaths sometimes.
I'm pretty sure they are, and I can't respect people like that are just completely just terrible people.
Mm.
Yep. And that's
Yeah, they treat their people like shit and they can't stop scamming their fans.
yeah.
Exactly. And I'm sitting here, I'm like, we went from Edrum Tate to who now? Like it's just crazy.
Yeah, a lot
Andrew
of
Tate
it.
to
Oh
Logan
my
Paul and now
God,
to Mr.
really?
Beast.
Mr. Beast is doing good shit though, as usual.
Yeah, to be fair,
Yeah.
I don't. If he decides to go down a villain arc right now, I would be like, the fuck, like
The villain
why?
arc was there.
For Mr. Beast.
Mr. Beast to Logan, the Paul brothers, to a lot of these big YouTubers, even seeing the commentary community that I watch once in a while, they're at each other's throats about stupid shit. Like
Yeah.
Illuminati has been the biggest talk lately. And whoa, that's gone way, way, way down the rabbit hole.
What's happened?
Yeah, I don't know anything about that either.
There's a lot for it's
a lot to unpack.
Yeah, like if we started going down everything right now, we would be here for hours because yeah, I think there would just be way too much stuff to cover with Illuminati. Even in a nutshell, I'd be here for at least half an hour trying to explain most of it.
I think the biggest key points were she tried to lie about Legal Eagle, which the guy's a dick either way. It turned into her ex-roommates, ex-boyfriends calling her ass out, and ex-coworkers calling her ass out to basically cease and desist orders if they continued to talk about her.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and it gets I think a little bit worse than that.
Oh boy.
Yeah, it's such a, to me personally, there's so much in that altogether that is just, it's just crazy on like so many levels, and you wouldn't expect someone like this would never have all come to light if she hadn't have tried to call Legal Eagle out. Like it's one of those things of, it's a snowball effect right now, and it doesn't look good for her. Like it's, I would advise looking it up and then watching some videos on it, because yeah, it's fucking, since it's batshit crazy. But let's move on to the next subject. Well, Mr. Beast wants his own TV show, which I think
like
is pretty
the
cool.
Okay, we say TV show, like the Hot Ones guy. You know, he do the Hot Wings with the interviews for celebrities and stuff like that.
No, I think it's more
Something
he
like
wants. Yeah, it's like an actual TV show. So he wants to see if he could bring, like, say, if he could make a TV show like his YouTube channel. So it's like him doing like crazy pranks, not pranks, sorry, like, you know, challenges, stuff that he's known for. But he wants to see if he can pull up like his entire audience would then watch that. So then he can just pretty much go, CTV, this is how you do a TV show, rather than you do whatever. because obviously
Right.
like TV shows are completely different than what they were ages ago. So he's not a problematic person. I've never really seen any major problems from him. So I think that this would then turn around and say, hey, we made our own restaurant. We made our own chocolate bar. We've done this. We've helped the deaf. We've helped the blind. We've helped everyone. So let's see if we
Right.
can take on actual TV to actually make something, and then see, you know, when all these like TV channels go, oh, it's really hard to make this programming, like, you know, or we're going to make so much woke stuff, or we're going to do all this nasty stuff. It's one of those things of, well, can something wholesome come from this?
Yeah.
I think there's a status quota checkmark BS thing that no, he could probably do it. He's really good at continuing really what the heck stuff. Mr. Beast is really good at it. I haven't tried the burger yet. I have tried the
I ordered a
chocolate
burger
bar.
from Mr. Beast one time, and the person ordered it during, I think it was like DoorDash. They stole my burger.
Oh, son
It
of
was
a
never
bitch.
delivered.
Grim.
Yeah.
Wow.
Hope you got your money back for that.
Of course I did, but the point is, it was like, because
I
basically,
was excited to try this, you dicks.
well, that's the thing. It's a normal burger stand. It's like they went to McDonald's, got a cheeseburger, and just slapped his logo on the box. That's pretty much all it was, you know, reality. But the point is, I was like, let me get a Mr. Beast burger. You know what I mean? So it kind of
I
fucked me
mean,
up.
I'm hoping that the quality is better than McDonald's. I hope their fries are better than freaking Burger King.
Well,
Like that's what I'm hoping for, because fast food restaurants have gone down freaking hill lately.
Yeah.
well, I think the main thing
I
with
don't know,
those,
focus on quality
This is what I
control.
think it is it?
yeah, I mean, most of it is just, it's just ingredients. You know, it's like if McDonald's decided to turn around and go, here's a Mr. Beast burger, then they're still using their stuff. They just have to like cook it or do something in the Mr. Beast way. I mean, in the UK, like it's probably come over here. I mean, the closest place is in another town over, which is like 45 minutes. I'm not gonna go over to that place just to get a burger. If I'm in that place, yeah, no problem. But I'm not gonna drive or get the train over there. But at least it's something a little bit more different. Hopefully, it is good, and isn't shit.
I don't know. Like I said, it just looked like a normal burger. On the order, they just his logo on the box in the bag. But I guess whoever was supposed to deliver it stole it, and I'm like, y'all never deliver my food, you fucking assholes. I wanted that.
It's really
So,
weird
yeah.
that they just steal your burger and be like, I'm taking this.
I mean,
I think I think that Mr. Beast could definitely do it with the show. Because the idea he has is to do it live on Netflix. He basically wants to be Netflix is experimenting with going live, and he wants to be a part of that model, basically.
And again, I definitely think he could pull it off. He's done
They-
everything else.
yeah, I was about to say Netflix had a few live shows already, so I mean, that was pretty cool, I guess.
Yeah, and Jimmy makes a lot like a lot of the content he makes. It's higher quality than a lot of like legitimate TV shows out there right now.
Gotcha.
Well, yeah, like what? Like, didn't he spend like say $2-3 million on like a YouTube video and stuff? And it's just like, holy fucking hell, man! Like
Yeah.
that's insanely like the amount of stuff. Like most people will put maybe like say up to $100 or a couple of thousand, but Mr. Beast just goes hard and goes, here's a couple million, boys. You're like, fuck.
Oh yeah, the guy's like he's on his way to becoming a billionaire, and yet pretty much most of the money he gets, he redistributes back into the business. For example, he bought houses for some of his employees in North Carolina relatively recently.
It was actually all of his employees.
Yeah.
And I believe 2 charities, but the charities have not been confirmed. and people are griping and bitching over the whole, oh, you buy houses for all your employees. Why didn't you build up this or build up that?
Well,
I have
they're
a question before
wondering.
y'all go on with your comments. How the hell does this dude make money? Because last time I seen a video, there was like he's broke. Every time he does a video, he goes broke. So how does he make this money?
Ad revenue, and it'll be sponsors because he's a huge name. So
His other businesses.
Yeah, like let's say for example, he turned around and was just like, I'm gonna go buy out an entire Walmart, like the biggest Walmart in the country, and goes, I'm gonna donate everything to these charities, to people who come along. You know, someone's gonna, like, say McDonald's or, you know, whoever, they come along and go, yeah, I kind of want a piece of that, so we'll give you $1 million right now, and they'll go, cool, but that money's going into the video, so I'm not keeping it. I think that's how he's doing it. But yeah, I think generally it would be like from AdSense and sponsors and stuff like that.
Oh, okay, because I'm like, if you're spending all this money, where do you get money income, or do he not have money at all? He's just the face of these sponsors and investors. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, okay, we want to do this, so we're just gonna make you the face of it. Like, I don't understand how that business plan works.
Well, it's not just him. He's got like a team of like 20 to 30 people behind him at least. But like, I mean, he also he still is the leader, and yeah, he is like the face of an operation that's bigger than just him, bigger than even like just his friends who he has in the videos with him.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, I'm also guessing that you've got like merch as well. So like if you looked at how when he opened up the first Mr. Beast burger, like he filled out an entire mall in straight away. So if you imagine, like, you know, everyone like buys a burger for $5 or whatever, and then all of a sudden like there's like 1 million people doing it. He's walking away with a lot of money, but he's not a material person. So he knows that, okay, I made say $1 billion here. That's going straight into projects. So he's not keeping it. Like he'll probably keep like the expense, like maybe a little bit for his, you know, for, you know, living and stuff like that. But generally, I think he just goes, all this money goes back into it. Like I think someone asked him about that as well, and then so he just turned around and said, like, when I first started off, you know, a company would give me $1,000, and he went, well, I'm letting you know, I'm going to go out and give $1,000 to a homeless person, and that's the video. And they went, okay, and then he went there, and because he's so give at charity, that's how he's become such like a big wholesome name.
Oh, yeah, I can see that. I can see that.
Unfortunately, that's also part of the reason he's in controversy right now, because people are accusing him of having a toxic savior complex. They're bashing this guy for helping people.
Yeah.
That's why I say in this world, you need to just do what you're going to do, because someone's always going to have an opinion, whether you're positive or negative. So just do you.
Yeah. And, you know, like there is still a possibility that he's doing it all just for the clout and whatnot. But like, even like he, as a net results guy, even if that is the case, he's still doing objective good with like his.
I was going to say this good outweighs his bad. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, he's helping people overcome blindness, overcome deafness and medical conditions, when this country's medical, like, healthcare system isn't doing shit without charging you up the butt. And I mean,
I can contest this. I definitely could contest this.
You can?
Mom's in Salt Lake right now.
Go for it. Your mom's in what?
My mother is in Salt Lake right now. My hometown's primary hospital couldn't take care of her because they're not getting paid enough to care.
Oh, wow.
They're not getting the education they need before sending these medical students to help out patients like this.
Yeah.
Like, if you're sitting in a lobby for about, let's say, 40 minutes for a stomach ache, and it turns out to be even more serious than that, that's malpractice right there. And then you get in finally, and it's another 2 hours, and these people are supposed to be checking on you like every 10, 15 minutes. These people aren't doing their jobs, and they get paid minimum $15 an hour. And these people at McDonald's are bitching at their wages at $7 an hour. They are sitting on their butts.
Well,
go make 15 an hour at a medical place and do the same thing and get fired because their standards are bigger.
I understand what you mean, but at the end of the day, then you then come into, so I'm not allowed to have a living wage. I'm not allowed to live. So I have to work for minimum like dollar, and it could be basically on both sides. I'm not going to say that, but I think if someone works at McDonald's, then they should have at least the chance to make or have that right to have a living wage. Yeah, some professions are gonna give you more, like being a nurse, being a doctor, being a surgeon. Yeah, that's obviously a higher paid job. And the fact is that the government is saying, okay, well, we're not going to pay you that, but yet we're going to waste money here, which easily could go there. Or like when Darrell says earlier in other podcasts, you've got stuff like movie people. Like, why did they need to earn $17 billion because they just said a few lines? But wouldn't that money go more towards like saying a doctor or this or whatever? I feel like that's the case, but I feel like when people turn around and say like, oh well, look at the people who work at McDonald's, like they shouldn't be deserve to earn that much. No, just give people the living wage which they are deserved. That's absolutely fine. Yes, again.
Especially though those wages are being denied to them largely because the people on top are hoarding most of the money. Yeah. So much for trickle down economics, right?
Yeah.
So I do agree with you both on that. Should they have a living wage? Yes. But there's a reason why we have entry-level jobs like Pizza Hut, Domino's, McDonald's. It is to earn your right to move up the ranks. And a lot of businesses that I've worked for have said, we want you to succeed. If you're sitting on your butt on your phone chatting and you're getting 15 an hour, you should be fired. You should hardcore be fired. But if you're going around busting your ass, getting orders out, like say you're a line cook and you're getting 20 hamburgers out for 50 customers and you're just going, you're not stopping. You deserve that 15 an hour. Hell, even 16 an hour.
Well, I mean, like, but at the same time, I can't imagine much upward mobility in flipping burgers. I mean, like, there's like a lot of menial labor out there that doesn't provide a lot of career options. And on top of that, moving up the ladder requires opportunities. A good boss can give you those opportunities, but if you've got a bad boss, that probably ain't happening.
Which there are good bosses and bad bosses.
Yeah.
A lot of them want to go, okay, here's 3 months. That's your start. Prove to me you are worth keeping.
Well, that's what probation is for. But the thing is, I hear Chris' argument. The thing is, you need a livable wage because depending on where you're living, there's a thing called cost of living. And most of these employers over there are having people wages underneath cost of living while also lowballing them. So, for instance, I'm out here in California. Prior to, I believe, July of this year, the state minimum wage is $15.50. That means that an employer can pay you $15.60 and be above the minimum wage. When in actuality, the cost of living for California, you need to be making at least $30 an hour. So you kind of have to look at that and see the differences in, is it really a livable wage? Because technically an employer is paying you over minimum wage, but they're not paying you cost of living because that's not a law out here that it needs to be given cost of living. And that's the issue.
And the biggest problem with that is you can be over minimum wage, like you say, but what are you really making? Because taxes is going to take $2 off of that.
Exactly, and that's the point. So that's what I'm saying. You could be busting your ass as hard as you can to work your way up the ranks and become a manager of a McDonald's. And guess where you're at? $20 an hour. But guess believe, yeah, that's over minimum wage, but cost of living, you still $10 below. So therefore, you busting your ass for nothing. You still can't even, you living paycheck to paycheck is what I'm saying. And that's the crazy thing about it. So it really doesn't matter now.
It would definitely help if gas prices were down.
It would help if everything was down and we was actually paid, cost of living. Like I'm in California, one of the most expensive states to live in. For one, if we have celebrities and actors out here starving, what chance do we have? The working class, we have none.
Yeah.
So
I think it gets
bad.
I think I'm hoping at some point, like everybody looks at what happens, like how much money people are. Because again, like if say for example you go, right, I'm gonna put the minimum wage up to $30 an hour. The way that I see it is just landlords go, okay, well, you're making more money, so therefore I'm going to put your rent up.
Yeah, that was going to be my next argument is, okay, well, we'll make food prices higher.
Yeah. Exactly, and that's the thing, which is why there need to be laws in place that there needs to be what they call a ceiling that you can charge for rent and things like that, and that the normal prices of food and normal essentials will not go up. When we do, we should get cost of living. We should have the minimum wage raised, which is going up to $18. I think it's 75 cents in July. A $3 increase, that's not helping anyone because now, again, employers going to say, well, if you guys, the legal wage is $18.75, we're going to pay you $19. And what's that 25 cent going to do? Nothing, exactly. So taxes, fees needs to go down, cost of living needs to go up, minimum wage needs to go up, and there needs to be a ceiling that needs to be put on price on gasoline, foods, normal essentials, and things like that. But again, that's in the perfect world, and we're still living in a world of greed. So
yeah, and
it's always going to be homeless.
It seems like a certain orange man.
The people who profit from this happening have our politicians in their pockets. So as long as money's in politics, it ain't happening.
Exactly why I don't like the right or the left, because
fuck them both. Exactly, I agree.
In all reality, they don't care about us. They've never cared about us.
No,
if they truly cared about the American people,
I mean, if y'all really want to go there, there's no voting system, y'all. Everyone is already determined. Like, I just don't understand. It sounds like conspiracies at this point, but the thing is, in actuality, everyone has already been predetermined. Okay, it's a cabinet that's going around in a circle. Have you guys noticed like how we do our intros to this podcast? It's the same 6 people doing intros. It's the same 6 people going to be in rotation for presidency and things like that in politics. So, hey, we're voting for what? Gesture.
And they don't even give the world the Global Nerds podcast. So what the fuck are they doing?
Exactly.
Anyways.
Moving on. I'm gonna move away from this topic list.
So I guess I should bring this up. Hey Darrell, how much would you spend for a movie?
I will spend exactly $0 at this point, y'all.
Yep. Let's put everything on Disney Plus and all these streaming services, because dear God, why didn't they announce? The one thing that really annoys me is why didn't these people announce this when the movie was dropped?
I don't know. I'm not spending money on. I think I'm gonna cancel a lot of my streaming services as well, because there's movies playing on multiple streaming services, and it's like, why am I paying for when the movies is playing on the exact same streaming services? It's crazy.
That or get one streaming service and a VPN, and you can broadcast in several different countries and get the shows and movies that you wouldn't get in your own country.
Yeah,
that's a nice shortcut too.
And another thing, I love movies. I love TV. That's my outlet, so I like to support it. But at this point, fuck y'all, because y'all fucking me over. So I'm going to the pirating sites, and I'm going to watch all your shows and movies there for $3.99. Because I'm not going to waste my time going to a movie theater when the movie is on streaming 3 days later.
And this goes back to what I was saying about The Little Mermaid. Is why do I want to spend $50 to go see the movie if they're just going to put it on Disney Plus 2 weeks later?
Yeah. I understand some movies need to be seen in theater, like Avatar. I'm happy I saw it in the theater. Okay. Terminator 2, I was happy I got to see that. Jurassic Park. There's certain movies that you need to see as a spectacle, like Titanic. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But as for all this other shit, like Transformers, thank God I saw early screening press because I'm not going to see that because I'm pretty sure it's going to be on streaming at the blink of an eye. So it's really no point in me going to see that.
I mean,
The Flash.
I would like to see
Godzilla versus Kong.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, that was good. That was
a good IMAX experience.
Well, the first Godzilla, not the first one, y'all know what I mean. The new iteration of it in theaters was really amazing. Just
Across the Spider-Verse, that's another great one in theaters.
Yeah. Y'all gonna hate me for saying this. Which one are you gonna see?
Across the Spider-Verse.
Oh yeah, you're gonna enjoy it. But y'all gonna hate me for saying the movie that I enjoyed in the theater, but I really enjoyed seeing Dark Phoenix in the theater.
And see, some of the crappier movies are better in theaters.
It does, but in the theater, it was fucking epic. It was just great in the theater. I don't know why, but yeah.
I mean, The Last Stand really does get a bad rap. I mean, is it good? Not really, but at least it took more risks than the other two movies did, and it did plenty of things right. It sold Magneto was an actual bad guy.
Yeah, I would never expect Magneto to go against Mystique, and he did. That really just showed. But I mean, he's steadfast on his cause, mutant only. So if you're not a mutant anymore, I'm sorry, you're not one of us. And he left her ass sitting there. I was like, oh shit, poor Mystique.
Yeah, and according to that lore, they had a really nice past together, and they threw that whoa, that was okay. Sorry,
they have a father-daughter type relationship or something.
No, that was his boo. Mystique was his boo.
Yeah, full agree.
Mm-hmm.
Just to let our viewers know, the Xbox Live and Starfield Direct is going on while we are recording this. So if anyone's looking at me like I'm crazy, I've been watching this, and so far there's been 2 reveals that look interesting.
What are they? What? Name them. What is it?
That'd be Fable remake. And Star Wars.
You had me at Star Wars. You had me at Star Wars. I'm fuck with it.
Right now it looks like it's going to be a new expansion to Elder Scrolls Online.
But I got it on now.
Man, give us Elder Scrolls 6.
Yeah, that's what I was hoping for. That's what I'm hoping for as well. They just got done with Forza Motorsport. Why do we need another one?
Because those games are actually pretty fun. Like Rally Sport is my best. It's the funnest one to me.
I have 4 completes, and I'm after 5.
Okay.
Because Legos and Hot Wheels, with my favorite cars.
Speaking of Hot Wheels, have y'all played the game for it? Lego Hot Wheels, I think it's called. Or Lego Race or something like that.
Oh, 2K?
No. Yeah, that one.
2K looked fun, but I have the what's it called? Hot Wheels. I gotta find it in my library here. Hot Wheels Unleashed Complete Edition, and I absolutely love that.
Okay. The sad thing is my Switch is sitting on my bed looking at me. It's supposed to be hot pink or coral pink. It is the color of ash at this point because I does not play it. My Xbox is sitting there. It is brown and gray because it's collecting all the dust I have ever seen. But my PlayStation, that looks like a brand new Ferrari. That should tell these gamers something. Give us content for these on the consoles because Sony is killing the game right now.
Switch has been putting out some of the older games updated. You and Lou and Tears of the Kingdom.
Such a great game, bro.
Are you gonna spend hours trading stuff?
You said a great game. That's it. They don't have great games. They have one.
I mean, you could count the
like,
Mario games.
Yeah.
who said it again? Like we've been getting the old releases on the Switch now.
Yes, we have gotten N64 releases. We've gotten Sega Genesis releases coming out. Game Boy Advance. This is something I've wanted on the PlayStation 5 and on the Xbox. PlayStation, Xbox, you both have failed at this. I want to play some of those older retro-ish games.
They have
Give me
that.
my
You just
champions.
need PlayStation Essentials. That's what I have. Or you can get Premium. And you can play PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2, PlayStation 3 games, and also PlayStation Vita. They have those.
Is it every single game they have? Or is it like just a selection of like old PS1 games?
It's a selection for Essential, but if you get Premium, I believe they have a larger array of catalogs from each system because I was playing Tekken 2, which is fucking crazy.
Can
Tekken
I
1 isn't
play
available,
all
but
my
Tekken 2 is.
old games that I've already bought?
I don't believe the PlayStation is backward compatible, but don't quote me on that.
See, and that's my problem. Is why can't I pop in my Champions of Norath for PS2 and play that?
Well, that's the thing. I know you can if it's digital, okay? I haven't tried physically because I really can't find any of my PS3 games at all. I'm pretty sure they're at GameStop somewhere. But okay, I'm gonna test it out. By next week's episode, I'm gonna put in the old PS3 game and I'm gonna see if it works. I just gotta find one.
I know the PS5 was supposed to have at least PlayStation 1 compatibility, and they've just announced new Persona.
Persona 3.
Persona 3 Remake and Persona 5. It's a tactic game.
Yeah, it's another iteration of Persona 5 because Persona 5 Royale is a great one. Then they added another counterpart to that, which was Persona 5 Strikers. And now I guess this tactical style type of game.
Tactica, yeah.
Yeah, it's not something you can do with Persona.
I like my Wario games, so Persona 5 Strikers is still a lot of fun for me. Because you just go around beat the crap out of big hordes of enemies.
True.
I will say this though, for all the great games on the Switch, and there are plenty of them, they would play better if they were not on that cheap console.
Exactly. Nintendo, you got to do better. You got to do better.
Pretty much the only
if they
flaw
came
for
out with like
Tears.
an ultimate version of the Switch, what would it be called?
They could just re-release the GameCube. I'd be down for that.
Well, they're not going to do that. We do know that the next handheld, it's about time for a new iteration. It was the Nintendo Wii U was out for a little bit. Then they had the one with the little black controller Switch prototype that they had, whatever it's called. And now we have the Switch. Yeah, the Wii. Now we have the Switch. So now it's about time for another iteration.
Yeah.
I think they're probably just going to update the Switch at this point. Due to the fact of
a 4K screen, Bluetooth connectivity for headphones. We need better sound. We need better chips, and we need storage. If you're going to make a game 15 gigabytes and you sell a damn system with 16 gigabytes, this is crazy.
I mean, that would make sense if they updated the Switch in ways where it worked better. That's all they would really need to do.
Well, I mean, my OLED has 64 gigs worth of memory. I do agree with you on that. Storage needs to be upgraded, but I think my screen is almost 4K.
That's the thing, almost. You know what I mean? It's kind of like
I have to look at my specs again. But,
when my iPhone screen has this great quality, I don't see why my gaming's supposed to, be lacking.
Right.
But I could definitely
it's almost
tell
4K. You're just hitting 1080p at the maximum level. That's it.
Yeah.
But I
with
could
a
definitely
frame rate
tell
of 4 frame rates per second, which is crazy.
Yeah, with each iteration of the Switch, they do get better. I have noticed.
Yeah. I just want Nintendo to win. I want them to be in the console wars because they were in the very, I remember, like you said, the 64, the GameCube, all that types. It was a real war going on between the consoles. But now it's kind of like first place Sony, second place Xbox, third place Steam Deck, fourth place iPhone, 5th place, Android. 6th place, Google Television. 10th place, water bottle gameplay. And then it's Nintendo. Like, what? Why are you
Oh,
so
here we
far down
go.
the totem pole?
Yeah.
Because mobile gaming has taken over.
Mobile gaming has some good shit. I'll give them that.
But I can tell you one
It
thing. I'm
does.
not going to get this thing called the Television Amico and buy all my free-to-play games
Yeah, I don't
that I
know
already
what
have
that
on my
is.
phone. It's a whole nother controversy. Hell, that could take up an entire hour. It's terrible.
Right.
It looks neat when you look at it, but no, just no, not worth it.
No.
It's like I said, I'd rather play games free on my phone or my computer, like Two Fools got me into.
Well, Honkai Star Rail is a good game.
That it is. That it is.
You wait until you try Genshin Impact and you're like, holy shit, this is like Zelda Breath of the Wild.
I'm still trying to break away from Honkai. You want me to install Genshin? Fuck out of here. Like, no.
You'll enjoy it.
Genshin, no. I've already tried Genshin. Their pull rates are terrible.
They're lower than Honkai's, you know that.
I haven't had a problem with polling.
So they're 5-star characters and stuff like that. So for pity is 90 on Honkai, where it's 70, I think, for Genshin Impact. I've stunned you with my knowledge of the polling system.
A little bit of that and a little bit of, dear God, do we really need a climbing simulator?
Yes.
Ah,
I mean-
Lord.
We already got that
Why?
down. What is it? The other one? The walking simulator that everybody love.
Oh,
And
Death
it's from like the
Stranding.
director. Yeah.
I got it for free through Epic.
Yeah, same.
Well,
To be
And
fair.
it's all DLC.
Is it good or is it sucky?
It's trash.
Death Stranding really had ambition and a good concept. It just had really poor execution.
Very
Oh.
poor.
And like they have this idea, like the supposedly also original idea of a walking simulator, a Strand type game, when it's literally just a much less fun version of Mario.
No.
Because Mario's kind of a walk/jump simulator at the end of the day.
I mean, was it all old school side strollers? Was you have Sonic, you have Pikmin, and all that. Crash Bandicoot. Oh, speaking of
Yes.
Crash Bandicoot, the movie.
Huh?
Crash Bandicoot is being turned into a
wait,
movie.
what? Explain
Yes.
When did this get announced?
A few weeks ago. I'm gonna show
Oh.
y'all right now. Crash
To-
Band. Oh, yeah.
I mean, yeah, like you'd expect it to happen at some point and happen soon, and it has. So therefore, they're probably get. Oh, I want Chris Pratt to voice him.
Still
Oh
waits.
God, no! Please, no, God, no.
It's me,
No.
Crash Bandicoot.
I would have Johnny Depp or somebody.
Oh, no.
Johnny Depp voicing Crash Bandicoot. I can actually see that. I can see that.
Yes, he's a great voice actor.
If Jim Carrey never retired, he could actually voice him.
I mean, how do you want Crash Bandicoot to sound? I want him to have a deep, mysterious voice. Like I am Crash Bandicoot. Like what?
Chris Hemsworth.
This?
Nah,
God, no.
man. Nah, bro. That's bad.
Crash Bandicoot, voiced by Mahershala Ali. He's the Prowler.
Barack
Yeah.
Obama needs to be an actor. He could be a great Crash Bandicoot.
His AI is already a great actor.
I know.
Have you guys been watching those videos? The president's playing video games.
I've seen
No,
a
I
little
haven't.
bit.
Uno goes to the
few,
PlayStation,
few.
dipshit.
Yeah. I've seen a few of them.
Oh
Shoot,
no,
I
Donald
saw,
Trump's an asshole,
which
but he
one
would
did
be
I
a
see?
great character actor, man. He could play Charizard, and Cardi B could be Pikachu. That would be the greatest Pokemon movie ever.
One of the best ones, that one of the better ones that I saw recently was them doing the Kingdom Hearts tier list.
Oh, that is
Obama's just like, I don't remember much about Aqua's character, but she slaps pretty hard. Oh, Keanu Reeves is up on the live event right now.
Yeah, I'm making a comment about it on a server. No more Cyberpunk. You trashed the game for weeks. You complained about your fans breaking your game to help fix it, and then you trash them more by giving them crappy content.
They gave us
the
entertainment.
best action movie star right now.
The
No,
game,
no.
the game was still entertaining, just not in the way they hoped it would be.
Right. And I want to see it burn.
And Keanu Reeves is genuinely excellent in it too.
That game, isn't it? The new guy is what's his name? Idris Elba for the DLC or something like that. In Cyberpunk, I think it is Idris Elba.
Yeah,
I don't know. I think he's announcing more DLC right now.
I'm blanking on the character's name, but I think I know who you're talking about. By the way, has anybody here seen Cyberpunk Edge Runners?
Nope.
Yes. No,
don't plan
I have not.
Such a good anime. So good.
Fantastic anime.
It's amazing.
Are they naked too, running around with their genitals hanging everywhere, flapping around?
Yeah.
It's like literally right. There's one scene where
one of the guys
has got to escape, and literally the guy jumps up, slaps him with his cock, and then the guard like spins round, and then like the girl was like, "Oh my god!" He's like, "Quickly run!" And then they just cheese it out of the building.
It's true.
Lord.
Oh no.
And it wasn't pixelated as well. You could see that slap him in the face.
Well, that was the whole game thing when Cyberpunk came out. You could make your nude robot or something. And I was like, oh, okay, that's your shtick.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna make Peter Griffin.
Ugh. Speaking of Peter Griffin, someone made Peter Griffin in Street Fighter 6, and I started dying laughing because you can make any type of character on there. Like,
honestly,
bruh, I saw somebody make fucking She-Hulk in that damn game.
No, Peter Griffin needs to be in Street Fighter 6 as a DLC character because that would be hilarious to play. He has his own moveset, just a completely another joke character. Not
he'd be great in Mortal Kombat, man. Can you imagine his fatality? He just throws Stewie at you.
No.
Bloody hell!
Nah, bro, he ain't throwing Stewie, bro. He throwing Meg at you.
No, if Peter Griffin was going to be in Mortal Kombat, you have to have the chicken. Because you can't have one without the other when it comes to that.
Yeah, you think he about to get fatality, and then him and the chicken just start fighting, and other characters just standing there like, what the hell? Just walk away. That'd be.
No, you need Peter Griffin, and you need Peter Griffin, Stewie, and Death in Mortal Kombat.
I will fucking love it. Like guest characters, come on, man, give us Peter Griffin. Oh no! Speaking of Mortal Kombat, we had gameplay footage, and it looks exactly like Mortal Kombat 11. So it was like, okay, I know you guys supposed to do production on Injustice, but we canceling that because Warner Brothers going under the hole. So we need Mortal Kombat 12. They was like, well, copy and paste. Let's put some new backgrounds on it though. Like it looks good to me, but it's just Mortal Kombat 11, y'all. So yeah. What else we got? What else we got? Yeah, Mortal Kombat, it looks fun to me. I'm definitely excited to play it. Am I going to be like a competitor and all that? I ain't got time for that. I just like to have fun in my games. But
what do we think of the Vision Pro?
Screw that.
It's porn. That's
the new world. Everyone's going to be walking around with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, for how long though? They might get bored of it. They've gotten bored with similar VR devices.
Man, we're gonna have a whole podcast show like that. Everyone's gonna have on our VR glasses.
Yeah, I don't think a lot. I think there's some good things and some bad things. I think it's mainly designed for certain jobs, and I could easily see, like, say, doctors and nurses using them, architects using them and stuff like that. I think for the price point, and I think this is what Apple would have to really make clear, because I wouldn't want to buy one and then next year that they release the second version of it. Like, I would want to make sure that that device is, say, they're going to make one in 3 years. Then I'd be like, okay, that's actually worth my money. Because the part of me would be like, okay, well, what's the second one? It's like, the iPhones. As soon as you get, like, say if you got the 14, that the 15 is going to be announced the next couple of months. And then you go, right, what else have you got? Extra battery life. The camera is better, blah, blah, blah. And you go, well, why did I get this one? I've spent the exact same amount of money on this when I could have easily just waited and got the 8,000 version of it, whatever.
Yeah, that's another thing, the price.
Yeah, like, I couldn't drop 3,400. Like, it would have to be something where they say the next one is coming out in 3 years time, 4 years time, to make sure that that's worth the money. Otherwise, I'll just wait for the next one, because I'll see the reviews, I'll see what people say, and I'll just go, okay, cool, I can wait.
I think it's going to be the same way that they did the iPhone X. Remember when that came out, the new iteration of their titanium, whatever it was, the iPhone X with the Face ID. I guess it was just the prototypes to see if people would be interested in buying it, which is why I had that premium price tag. And once it sold out, because even my stupid ass bought the black one and the white version of the exact same phone, like a dummy, Apple sheep over here. And I paid the premium price for it both times. And so they was like, okay, well, these idiots are going to pay this much amount of money for the exact same phone we've been selling for the past 6 years, just a new shiny coat. So I think we're going to do the same thing. People are going to buy this Vision Pro. They're going to test it out. People are buying it for $1,500. Okay, next year, let's do it again.
Yeah. And
people are going to buy it. So that's pretty much all it is.
But I think, hold on. How much? 1,500?
Yeah, it's like $34.99 with taxes, about $1,500.
Man, I'm sorry, for $1,500, what the hell am I getting out of it? What features does that thing have?
Titties in 200 feet.
Yeah, go to Rocky Mountains and watch porn over the water. That's what I would use it for.
That's it.
Or just bang the Rocky Mountains. You can do that too.
Yes.
If you've ever wanted to do it, guys, it's the dream no more.
You're going to get a cum shot in 4DX.
Yeah.
So basically Futurama in real life, pretty much.
Yeah.
Oh Lord.
I like it. I would probably end up buying one, but I would wait until I see what the reviews are, how it actually works, because there's always tech demos that you have. And the fact is, like, the way that you're looking at it, it's like, oh my God, this is amazing. This is really, really a lot of fun. And then all of a sudden you just go, yeah, this is not how it is. It's going to be janky. It's going to be slow. It's not going to do what it says. But the next year they'll be like, well, we made it look like this. And you're like, shit, I need to buy the second one.
I know. That's my thing. It's kind of like practicality. Okay, what would I use it in my everyday life for something like this? I can't really even see a reason. I don't need it for productivity, because if I need something, I literally have my computer and my things right there. If I need to look up something real quick for, like while we're filming a podcast, I don't need that on my eyes to do so. So the only thing I think I would personally use this for is to watch a movie, because when they said that you can actually watch film as if you were in the theater or be completely immersed, where it circles your head 180 degrees, that would be something amazing to see. And to actually realize 3D content, like a film in 3D, you know what I mean? So I think that would be the only reason. But is it worth justifying $1,500 to watch a movie?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think one of the things I reckon the second one's going to have, and this is one of the options that I saw, was like, like you've got speakers that are coming out. Like, you don't want to, like, obviously you can have conversations. I wouldn't want to sit there and have someone, like, if I'm talking to someone, then they could hear. So I imagine the next upgrade they'll go is like, well, we heard what you said. We're going to put like these little things that just go over. Like, they'll introduce that Apple headset that they have, like the headphones. And I think they'll say, like, we've added a version like this in, and then you can put it in so you could be really immersive. Or it just comes with dangly AirPods, and then you can just pop them in if you need be. Just like that.
Yeah, it's great. So I mean,
looking like Data off fucking Star Trek.
You say Data? Do you mean Geordie?
Yeah,
no, I feel like Cyclops.
Jordy. It's been a minute, man. Don't judge me.
I feel like Cyclops. And why am I bloppy? Like, I'm glitching. This is exactly how I'm gonna be in real life. I'm glitching.
I'm expecting you to say, "I wish I were Lenore Burton."
like a black version of Cyclops.
The Cyclops, homie. What's good? Got this optic blast for you. Can y'all imagine a hood ass X-Men? I'm gonna shoot you with this optic blast.
I was trying to laugh about
that. On Tubi right there.
We got a few Hood X-Men, right?
No, I've never seen a ghetto ass X-Men.
If we don't have that, RDC World needs to get on that.
Well,
we don't have.
But it'll be on Tubi though. It'll be on Tubi though if we did.
Oh God! Don't talk about Tubi. I hate Tubi content. Oh my God, that's the worst thing ever.
Yeah, my personal takeaway on
Tubi. Yeah, it's straight low budget, like motherfucker.
Yeah,
I hate Tubi, man. That's the worst thing for black. I thought Zeus Network was the worst thing for black representation and love and hip hop. No, it is Tubi. You make us look poor.
Damn, I ain't ever been on Tubi, but I'm not gonna on
and every movie they drop is new. That's new on Tubi. It still feel like you're watching. Okay, is this a play or this an actual movie?
Like elementary school acting level. Like if y'all never seen the Tubi movie, go on Tubi. That's gonna be homework for next week. Man, watch a Tubi movie.
I just watched Life Without Hope or something like that with Columbia Short. They do for
why do you torture yourself? Okay,
man, I watch it. He tried to be gangster on there. I said, "Damn, you from Stuff."
Lotus of the White Dragon should air on Tubi. It is that quality of a movie.
Yeah, Bloodshot too. Bloodshot in there too.
I just looked this up and I'm just looking at the posters.
Bro, what is Tubi this? Is
don't
terrible.
Fall for that shit. Don't fall for that shit. That poster it's false advertisement. Once you watch that shit, you be like, oh shit, this is some bullshit.
It's Tubi. They should be ashamed of themselves. That's what it is. Tubi's bad, man. Tubi bad.
False advertisement, man.
So is Tubi as bad as an Apple TV?
Apple TV has quality shows you can actually watch and enjoy and know what's going on.
So where can I watch Godzilla and Kong?
You won't get that on Tubi. You will get Godzilla versus and Hairbrush. That's what you would get on Tubi.
You will get all the classic shit from the 90s too, man. You like the Jetsons. The fuck the Jetsons doing over here?
I can't say Tubi got some of the Sentai shows on there because I have been catching up on my tokusatsu.
They got the animes and they got they got Animorphs on there.
They do.
Yeah, there we go.
I've watched that.
They have like some of the Kamen Rider shows. They don't have the new ones though. I think they stop off at Saber, Kamen Rider Saber. Yeah.
Man, I watched the old school Super Samurai John, but it's something that's on Tubi. I forgot in Japanese one. But I was watching that, y'all. I said, damn, we copied them. Damn, we some copycats, yeah.
Yeah.
Damn.
But that's Tubi, y'all. For y'all listeners out there, y'all want to torture yourselves a little bit, go watch Tubi. Just click on a random movie. You will be highly, highly dissatisfied.
And when they shoot, they shoot like, wow.
Actually,
CGI.
I'll one up you on that one.
All right.
You say Tubi's bad. How about pay $30 for a movie and you can't even get past 1 second?
What movie is that?
Funimation. Funimation TV sucks.
Yeah, because they moved everything over to Crunchyroll.
Exactly. I was just gonna say that. I like Crunchyroll now.
Yeah,
I like my Crunchyroll.
Yeah, because Funimation finally figured out. Oh, maybe we should fix our shit. Let's buy out Crunchyroll and put all of our stuff there.
Yeah, you're like years late on that one. Like,
I mean, I still watch Crunchyroll. Don't get me wrong. I prefer,
Oh no, I'm
I wish
still
I wish they treated their animators better though. That's why we got to break up monopolies.
True.
They less competition means less reason for quality, including for employee treatment, and I'm just afraid of that getting worse.
Right.
I think the whole world needs a whole massive fix because
Yeah.
right now
Don't say that now. Because
does?
last time God said the world need to fix, he flooded it. So I don't want to be flooded.
and that's saying we're gonna see Power Rangers on Tubi, yo.
I'll just start paddling, bro.
Yeah.
We're gonna see
No,
Power Rangers on Tubi next. Watch.
I don't mean like a giant flood because to be fair, that's happening everywhere.
Yeah.
What I'm like, I just think that every single country needs to go. Right, we need to fix our shit.
Starfield.
This needs to fix their own shit.
I don't know.
Everybody needs to stop burning trees like it's weed outside. They burn. Oh, let's burn a tree. It's like marijuana to me. Let's burn it.
What?
That looks like it's Ariana Grande, and
Lord.
she doesn't need to be fixed. She's perfect the way she is.
Oh, let me tell you about the weekend show. Don't watch that shit. That shit boring as hell.
Wait, Idols? I was literally going to watch that when I have an off day.
Oh my god, I watched one episode. I was like, fuck this shit. Change this. This shit boring.
It's called what?
Idols on Max.
Yeah, man. The soundtrack good though. But
I wanted to check that out. I was thinking about checking that out. And I watched that one episode with what is this? A new show with Scarlet Witch. Elizabeth Olsen or whatever it is on Max. I watched one episode.
I haven't watched that yet.
It's crazy.
I went straight to the weekend show. I was like, see what this dude talking about. Since he had all these interviews and shit about the show. So I'm gonna check it out. I'm a weekend fan. Watch this shit. I was damn bored, man. I fall asleep on this shit on the first episode.
No, I'm gonna have to check it out because I was really interested in that stupid show. I'm gonna have to look at it.
I was the same way, man. That's my motivation. I had the same mode like you had. I went to sleep.
Oh yeah, Hillary Duff is fine.
Yeah, well, if it's boring, I'm gonna go to sleep.
She was on Tinder like a fair while ago. It's like, could you imagine matching with Hillary Duff?
I know.
Oh my.
Yeah, Hillary Duff look good like some motherfucker.
Yeah, she fine.
Yeah, shit.
But anyways, we've gone way off the rails this episode. Wow. But then again, with things just popping up randomly with directs and whatnot, screw Starfield. That does not look fun at all.
When have we ever stayed on topic during this whole entire podcast process?
It's overrated.
Since we started. And my kids trying to get my way.
Well, I was about to say, your kid's saying it how
even
it
the
is.
baby like fucking the show.
Even the kids like, fuck, stay focused. Fuck.
That child knows himself. He's like, yeah, I ain't focused on nothing.
I'm sitting here with my shut up. Shh. Go in the room, watch Dinosaur on Disney Plus. Damn.
Dinosaurs?
Yeah.
Turn on Dinosaurs for that baby.
Theme song.
They got two dinosaurs. They got good dinosaur, then you got the dinosaur, then you got the old school dinosaur.
Oh.
So I picked the little boring ass dinosaur that we walk around like the Land Before Time, that version. But it's 3D.
Wait, which dinosaur show you talking about?
Dinosaur. They just say dinosaur on Disney.
Oh, I know.
You got this.
Got the mama.
Oh,
not
that one.
Oh, no, not that one.
Exactly.
Not that one. I ain't gonna play that one. Last time I put that one, man, it was cussing like a motherfucker. I said, "Oh shit, baby cussing. What the hell? When they play this version?"
She ain't got no ass in that picture, Mark. What? Why would you show that cake list, lady?
She is fine. Like, if you walked and saw Hillary Duff doing that, you'd be more like, "Hi, my name is."
Was there.
I would miss her ass because it's literally not there. What are you talking about?
I don't care.
But shit must be Photoshop then.
Yeah.
We have a new co-host.
Your kid has a lot to say on this.
On Hillary Duff.
Want it again?
On it again.
We need Matthew McConaughey as Jesus now.
Oh,
Right.
Lord.
Oh, that meme is too funny. Every time somebody fucking up on the internet, they post some weird shit. I just post that in the comments.
I do have to ask though, since we talked about this is a continuation of a subject we talked about a while ago. Did you hear about Jenna Ortega firing back?
No.
Kind of, sorta.
I saw
The only thing I know
smoking.
about Jenna Ortega is now she wants to be a producer on season 2
Oh.
of Wednesday.
Oh no, that not wants to. She is. She's right alongside
back
Tim
on
Burton on that.
Lord.
Wednesday, she's going to be co-producing season 2 with Tim Burton, and she's got his full support on that. And yeah,
Oh no! I actually have stuff to say about that.
Yeah, I missed
go
that.
for it.
Fuck,
Go
I
for it,
missed
bro.
that.
So, yeah, she is firing back. And some of the complaints I had about the first season is that there's going to be no second season.
Man, she said she ain't gonna do that shit or else.
No, it looks like there's going to be.
Like.
It hit hard enough. It's part of the reason Jenna Ortega was launched into the stratosphere of popularity right now. It's happening.
Oh,
Yeah,
no,
it's going to be a
ain't.
second season.
Here's the reason
they
why it's
confirmed
not.
that.
Because a certain community is going to try to boycott it, and it's going to fail. It's going to make lots of money, and lots of controversy is going to happen, and you're going to see her being this anti-LGBTQ plus person, which she's not.
What does she have? What does she have to do with that though?
Right,
Yeah,
it's
because
going to be a
nothing to do
second
with it.
season.
Spoilers, in the first season, Wednesday and the gal that she's with, I forget her name off the top of my head, are in a relationship. In the second season,
blonde-head chick, she was friends with, right? You're talking about her, right?
No, they're in a relationship.
They don't get into a relationship in the first season. Are you talking about the second season? Is that what's planned?
No. There was a relationship between those two in the first one.
You mean friendship?
It was a relationship. They are claiming, and everyone is claiming it to be canon, those two were in a relationship.
Well, okay, pause.
They trying to make a last blow. Okay. Last blow. Okay, I got you.
But who said that? Was it the writers, the producers? Because nothing in the first season alluded to them being in the relationship.
Well,
what are you talking about?
Because part of the backlash that Jenna Ortega has right now is for the second season, I am getting away from the relationship crap and focusing on horror.
Yeah,
well, that's like the love triangle she had with the two other guys.
Yeah, not the girl, because the girl was never interested.
No, the girl
in
was
her.
supposed to be a part of it as well.
No, like
probably
because representation.
Right. I don't.
Sorry, you first.
I don't know where you're getting this from, because they came out and they did turn around and say that, everyone was like, oh my god, yeah, you should have a relationship, and she said, no, you can have friends. She is my friend, and plus, Wednesday's not really about that. And then why would you then go down the whole thing of she gets with that guy, spoilers, who tries to kill her later? Like it doesn't make sense. I've never seen anyone. I've seen people wish that they got together, but I've heard Jenna turn around and say that never happened. The directors and writers and everyone on the show said that never happened. So they never got into a relationship.
Yeah.
And again, a lot of people confuse friendship with relationships, because we're now in that age where it's like, right, I need, this person needs to be in a relationship. No, they don't. They can have friendships.
It's just one of those types of fandoms that, going back to Ruby a little bit, with Yang and Blake, they were never supposed to be in a relationship. The creator never wanted it. The cast never wanted it. But the fandom the fandom pushed so hard for it.
Yeah, but
I'm not part of the Ruby fandom, but like even from season 1, I was kind of getting vibes between them. So I'm not sure if it wasn't completely unplanned.
Yeah, but I think I don't know if you're just getting it confused on that one, but again, it's hard to say because again, like Wednesday and a friend never had a relationship, and all those people that try and force it, that's up to them. But then if the producers come out and say, and the writers and everyone says that never happened, like we're not going to do that, then they're not going to instantly fold because obviously Wednesday was never really like that I can understand. So if they decide to write it in, she's just going to go, no, change that back. Like they are friends. So, yeah, people can want it.
Here's the thing. Wednesday is not friends with anyone. She wouldn't have a romantic relationship with anyone. If she did, it would be to fuck with him or her, depending on whatever you do to her. But she would fuck with them so hard. Why would anyone want to be in a relationship with Wednesday?
Well,
that is
that's
my
thing. They're not in a relationship because when you stated your statement, you were saying as if this was fact. They was in a relationship, but it's not. That is fan headcanon, whatever the hell you want to call it. So you can't say that is fact or presented as so because they were never in a relationship.
Yeah, and
that's our point.
Yeah, and the only person that actually it looked like they were in a relationship was the main villain, and she was hurt by it. You can tell, and then she then goes into that, oh, I'll never do that ever again or whatever. But yeah, that was the only time that she was because she'd never, from what I could tell, had been in a place where she had friends. She'd never been in a place with more people than what we'd seen in the film. That dated back, in the 90s. So yeah, there's going to be a little bit there. But again, if Wednesday's straight and again, whatever, like she'll go for that guy. And if they do decide to put her with that other person, fine. But for season 1, yeah, she never had, the only relationship she had was with that guy.
Yeah, I mean, and that's a big part of what Jenna was firing back against because as the script was written, it was basically just a random teen rom-com love story that just happened to include a member of the Addams family. And she would look at the script and she would be like, Wednesday would not do this. Wednesday would not say this. Wednesday would not let this happen. She would do the rewrites. And personally, I think I've said this a million times before, the show benefited from that because while the show for the most part was mid, she was freaking great. And she took so much command over her own character. And just for the record, she is far from the only performer to do this. I mean, when Empire Strikes Back was made, Harrison Ford and Carrie Fisher rewrote so much of the romance dialogue for Leia and Han. For example, the carbon freezing scene. Han was supposed to say, I love you too, but instead Harrison said, I know, because that was something Han would have done. And Sir Christopher Lee, the late great Sir Christopher Lee, did that shit a lot. I mean, Dooku was originally supposed to beg for mercy, but he's like, no, the guy values his dignity above all else. He won't go out like a punk like that. And there's also the critique he made about Saruman's death scene too. So that's been the first, it's far from the only time that's happened. And at the end of the day, film is supposed to be a collaborative process. Actors aren't supposed to just be glorified puppets. So if you can do that with and in a helpful way without being a dick, and you're established enough, go for it.
Yeah, I think one of the biggest things that annoys me in all of media is when, say, two people have a friendship. Look at, say, Captain America and Bucky Barnes. They go through the whole thing of 100% we're best friends. They show it, and then you get people going yeah, they're actually in a relationship. They're actually together. It's no, you have friends. Does that mean that if I went to, say, one of those people who was just oh, these characters together, I say, okay, you and your best friend are together. Well, no, they're my friend. No. Friendship's here. You guys are together.
Right, because it's you can't have friendships now in the media, and that's from, again, people want to be represented or feel the need to push their views on people. That's what it is. No.
It's stupid. It goes from a simple representation to escalate to 1,000 immediately if something doesn't go their way.
Yeah, but
and that's what annoys me and what ruins a lot of things for me.
But then the way that I look at it like this is, instead of jumping to the fact like beforehand when you were like they were in a relationship, it's like that they never have. It's watching that show, and again you have to kind of look again. If I missed anything, then I'll take it back. But at the end of the day, they were just friends. Wednesday and this girl was just friends, and plus even at the very beginning when it's just like Wednesday's allergic to color. Yeah, again the other person's so bright. The window.
That's kind of funny.
Yeah, like if you look at the first episode, like first or second episode, when she gets into the school, she goes, "And this is going to be your room," and it's like, "Oh," and she goes, "Yeah, we're going to have to tone this down," and she goes, "Why?" And she was like, "Oh, like Wednesday is allergic to color or fun." I'm sure it's color, but it's just like you've got a massive stained glass window that you see Wednesday painting out. So you'd kind of imagine you go out with a color, a person that has tons of color on them, it's gonna hurt her. But again,
I'm sorry, what?
It's in the.
I'm listening correctly. Just what?
Yeah, it's because literally Wednesday's not about like colorful things. That's the whole point. She doesn't like that sort of stuff. So when they say like, yeah, she's allergic to color or something like that, you're like,
it's an expression.
Yeah, it's like, that's kind of funny. That is. So that's why she's painting that wall. Yeah. Oh, sorry, that glass window.
I'm just mad we got on Wednesday.
Yeah.
Again,
it was like a 10-minute topic.
We were talking about the streaming wars earlier. You guys know anything about the streaming wars between like YouTube, Twitch, Rumble, and Kick, and Facebook? I guess.
Nope.
I know a little bit. Basically, Twitch has come under fire because they basically put in a policy that was like, you can't have sponsored deals not unless it goes through us. They've taken out the fact that you can't have anything that is weed related. So anything like vapes or consumables, you can't promote them. YouTube has one rule in place, but doesn't really enforce it. I can't remember off the top of my head. But everyone went massively shit when it went to Twitch. And I see that Twitch will die within maybe a year. And I think one of my friends said about 10 years.
I'm going to say within the next few months, actually, with the new controversy with Call of Duty.
I don't think Twitch would die due to Call of Duty. I know the controversy because you have many other games on there. It's not like, oh, everybody goes and watches Call of Duty. I think that Activision have shot themselves in the foot. And
yes.
Yeah.
Hardcore.
Yeah. But with Twitch and all the streaming places at the moment, I feel that I think people will come back to Twitch, but I think Twitch will have a huge, big impact, and it already has. Kick, I can see probably it has to stick about, but they're willing to pay creators like $16 an hour to stream and stuff like that, which no streaming service that I've seen has actually offered that. But it depends if it will have the money to sustain it, and I think that's one of the biggest things. But if you've got like big creators moving across, I can see that people will go, people will buy, people will sub, and I can see Kick becoming I don't see Kick going away anytime soon.
I don't know what the hell that is. I really don't know what Kick is, what Bumble is.
Bumble's a dating app.
Well,
you
mean
Rumble is
whatever it is. Shit.
Rumble has a lot more free speech advocates on it that I've noticed, and you have a lot more freedoms.
Unfortunately, you've also got a lot of like straight up unhinged lunatics and degenerates on Bumble. Everyone from like flat earthers, crazy conspiracy theorists to downright racists.
Yeah, because the Earth is not flat. The Earth is a triangle.
I know, right? I thought it was donut shaped.
Come on, Trevor. So
nah, bro, the Earth is a square. Who told you that?
It's a giant tooth.
It's a turtle. We're on the back of a giant turtle going through space.
Discworld reference, love it.
Yeah. Anyways,
was going to say with Rumble, I do think that will probably go at some point, because the thing is, if you have people like racist, hate speeches, flat earthers, everything like that, there will come a point where the site will be shut down, and people will still come to YouTube and all stuff like that. When it comes to Kick, I believe that that's going to stick about, because I feel like that's the competitor of Twitch right now, where like say when YouTube was about, there was nothing really to compare it. I would say that Twitch was the only one that would come along and say, hey, we're the type of people to kind of like go against you. So I think Kick is basically the alternative version of Twitch. And compared to all the stuff, I'm very much about thinking about just going over and streaming over there compared to like Twitch, because Twitch, I don't as a male, I don't feel safe on Twitch, because if people don't know, like you have so many double standards. So let me take you all on a journey back to Twitch back in the old days. So this is the reason why it stands out so big. You have like people like Alinity that would, when she was kind of having troubles, she her cat jumped on her thing on a lap or something, and she threw.
Yeah. I remember that.
Yeah, so she threw a cat over her shoulders. Now, there was a guy probably around about the same time who was streaming on Twitch, and he was showing off his geckos and stuff, or lizards or whatever it was. And one jumped out of his hand. It was fine, like it didn't get hurt, but Twitch permanently banned him. Yeah, Alinity, and again, like I know Alinity's changed, but Alinity did the exact same thing, or even worse. Like she fed vodka to a cat. She did all this sort of stuff, and all she would get is like a 3-day ban, or a weekend ban or something like that. Where I feel like Twitch goes harder on guys for no reason, and that I don't. It does. Yeah, I just don't feel safe, and also because I could say one thing and you're banned, and I'm like, okay, whatever.
So I think the cat got revenge though during one stream. Just came up in better.
Oh yeah, but I mean, even with revenge and stuff like that, it's the policy on Twitch that I don't agree with. I also don't agree with the 50-50 split of ad revenue. So for people who don't know, like obviously with Twitch and stuff like that, you generate ads and you bring people in, people then will spend money on bits and stuff like that, and then Twitch takes 50% of it, and yet they fuck over the creators. YouTube has the same sort of thing, but they give an even split, which I don't really see a major big problem of. So yeah, but with Kick, they're offering, I think, 90 or 95% that goes to the creators. And also now they're thinking about saying, hey, if you come across, we could pay you that there $16 an hour. You stream for 8 hours a day. That's a full-time job effectively.
Yeah. And it gives opportunities for new creators, where basically gives them new markets, and on top of that, it just gives more established creators easier ways to make money as well, to make a living. And personally, for me, getting away from Twitch is something that I am planning to do unless they reverse their new rule on simulcasting. You're not allowed to simulcast on Twitch anymore.
Yeah, that's shit.
And so basically the site wants to be more profitable, and they are willing to make that happen at the expense of creators and their growth and their own profits.
Oh wow.
Yeah. And the reason why I think like Twitch is going to die probably within a year, maybe 10, is I feel like if you're like, say if you're a big creator and every single day you pull in say $4 million, or let's say a month you make $4 million, Twitch then takes a small, like half of that, and let's say they take either $4 million or the $2 million, because obviously I'm going to start this one again. So basically $4 million, they then take 2 million off you. Twitch really just hosts it, and I'm just like, why do they need? Why should they take that much money from you? And they don't offer much in return. The fact is, you can't simulcast. Now I know you can't simulcast if you're not an affiliate or a partner, but for people who have just started that want to build this, as you said, Chris, it's like it lowers it down. I just don't think Twitch is a a decent site, and the fact is that they always take other people's sides where you could have been squeaky clean, and then it's like, well, this person's done this, whoopsie.
Yeah, they're even worse than YouTube in that regard.
And of course, their quality is stupid too. I'll go on like one of my favorite runners, Spike Vegeta. Very nicely done. It seemed like his connection's fine. Does a lot of good randomizers and stuff. And then I go to a YouTuber of like MBT or Gauge, and I can't even get on it. And I'm like, what the hell? I'm even messaging in chat, is anyone else having this problem? And they're like, yeah, it has something to do with Twitch's end. Because his internet's 100% and he pays for the best internet out there. So it's like, okay. And then of course, they killed the app. So it's like, okay, now I have to go through the website? That's stupid.
I use the app, but I only use it for stuff. So I don't know if it's constantly dying, but I think that they need to sort this sort of stuff out. Yeah, they need to sort it out, because I just think that they just don't give a shit. And I don't know if this is just an Amazon thing, because obviously Amazon fucked over like the comic side because it probably wasn't making them much money, but yet Twitch is one of the biggest ones, and over the years it's just got really, really worse. Like you also had was it the safety people?
Oh boy, here we go. Wait a minute, Amazon's or Twitch's?
Twitch. They had basically they had the safety council or whatever it was, and you had this person that
the transgender deer or whatever.
Yeah. And now, where I don't have a problem with that sort of stuff, and it's nice to actually make Twitch a safer space for everybody, I feel that when she turned around and said, I will ban you for anything. If I think that you are this, or I don't like what you say, I will ban you and I'll get you kicked off this platform.
And who was this?
I was just about to bring that up. It's people like her that I go, no, I don't want to stream to Twitch.
Yeah.
What was her name?
I can't remember her name. But yeah, like to me personally, that sort of stuff doesn't sit right with me, because you're not having a proper, I want to say, basically you're just not, looking at all the facts. Like if someone came to you and was just like, oh, well, this person was mean to me, what do they say? Oh, that my hair was bad, or blah, 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 or whatever.
Ferocity Steph is the YouTuber's name.
Yeah. But like having someone that can like ban you from the platform because she may not like what you're wearing, or that you said something that even isn't that worse. Like I think that's one of the worst things that you can take on the website. But yet Twitch didn't listen, and Twitch needs to start listening to these sorts of things, because it's killing your platform. We're seeing it right now.
I mean, I still think that.
Oh, my bad.
No, you're good. I still think that Twitch has they still got a bit of a lifespan left on them, because they do have certain advantages over these other platforms, especially YouTube. Like they have a lot, there's a lot more discoverability on there in regards to streaming. The community features are more accessible and easier to use for both streamers and consumers. But I think that Twitch, it's not like oh god, what was that? It wasn't Kick. It was that one other streaming Mixer. They were around for like quite a while. They were considered to be the potential competition, but because they were the only ones, they didn't last that long. They had like 3 streamers come over there for a temporary contract, and once they left, their audiences left with them. They didn't survive. But Twitch is just royally screwing up right now, and they have more competition, which, just for the record, I just got to say it, more competition is always good. That shit is how you do capitalism right, because it ensures that it forces these companies to perform better. It forces them to create better content. It forces them to treat their content creators better. And that's what is needed right now, is more competition, because it also gives creators more options. So I'm all for this situation, and I'm rooting for Kick, even though I've heard they have some controversies. I don't know what they are, but yeah, I hope they get that sorted out. And I really do hope that the CEO of Rumble is telling the truth when he says he wants to take it away from being, right-wing YouTube and just make it a site where anything can go, where like it's basically a second chance for people who can't make it on the more I don't know, the more rule-oriented sites.
But I think the problem is like kind of closing all of this off. Well, my version of it before I stop speaking about the subject. I feel like the websites like YouTube, like even like other platforms, YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, all these sites, they've got the name for themselves, so everybody's going to go back to it. For Rumble to become the competitor of like YouTube and then move on from it, they really have to start making waves. Otherwise, people are just going to be like, "Oh, I'm going to look for that YouTube video." I feel like once you've got your name established, regardless, people just drift back because it's the easier thing to do. It's the easier platform to go. Oh, everyone's on YouTube, even if they moved over to Rumble. Oh, everyone's on Twitter. On Twitch. Yeah. So because of
I never ever heard of that Rumble before, so this is my first time hearing about it.
Yeah, it started off really kind of like no one gave a shit about it, but then you had bigger people. But the people that are going across, like say Leafy is here, everybody hates Leafy, and now he's on Rumble streaming. And it's that when you have a creator that used to bully people or used to go after people,
and is literally not bullying people.
Yeah, where I know if I go look into his stream right now, if he's online or whatever, and he's doing the same sort of stuff he was doing back in 2016, it's like, do I really want to associate over there? Do I really want to do it? Because I could put up a video about whatever, and then suddenly you hear Leafy go like, "Oh my god, guys! Like this guy's fucking blah blah blah." I'm like, I don't give a shit. I'll go against him if he wants to, go against video versus video. But yeah, at the end of the day, they need to start cleaning up their act. Otherwise, people aren't going to go there, and they'll just stick to YouTube and stick to platforms.
The problem with that is it depends on the content, because then you get these people like Keemstar that they'll just rant and rave about anyone and not give a shit. And millions of dollars go to them. And if we're going to clean up acts, we need to start cleaning out some of these other people. Keffels giving HRT to children. That's bannable offense.
Yeah, there has to be
been proven.
Yeah, I mean, these are things that take time. But again, not unless they start breaking TOS. Like Keemstar, like when he went against like Ethan and H3 and H3. I mean, the fact is Ethan's broken so many TOS. The fact he broke more than Keemstar, where
he has a record.
Yeah, like I kind of like Keemstar to some degree, because as much as people give him shit, he does have that whole thing of, I'm going to stick up for people. I'm going to do stuff. Yeah, he trolls as well. And the whole thing about boxing is irritating as fuck. But at the end of the day, I would rather watch him than, say, Ethan, where Ethan's just a piece of shit.
I agree. Keemstar, he tries to be as level-headed as we are for topics like we are today. H3, he's about as left-wing as you can get. And he makes it clear that he will come for you if you don't agree with him.
That's the reason why I don't like H3.
God, he's become. I remember when he actually made good content. Now he's just an asshole.
Yep.
Anyways, letting all the assholes go on this particular episode, because we've gone pretty dang long. Lots of opinions. I think Darrell's lost his mind. He hasn't had his coffee today.
I also checked out. Y'all was talking about one something and Logan Paul, and then it went straight to Andrew Tate, I was like, oh God, we're going from misery to despair to depression. Like, what
To
is
pure
this
descent.
episode?
Like, watch this like podcast, like this episode go through the roof because we're all talking about it.
Talking about the most controversy stuff this episode, everybody's gonna start losing their fucking minds.
It's the reason why I started doing it on YouTube.
But the question is, do our viewers want us to cover this? And if they do they want it to be an actual episode? Or could it be a hot take? Or it's just a straight Patreon episode? You decide.
Yeah, let us know, guys. We listen to you. You guys are the bosses here, kind of, sort of.
Kind of, sort of, yes, but you are. And on that note, lovely listeners, lovely co-host, we'll catch y'all next week. Bye.
Catch y'all nerds later around the globe.
Oh, hold on.
What was up?
Make sure to catch me at Ranger Stop, because next week there will be a panel for the TikToker or the Rangers of TikTok, and I might just go live for that.
Yeah. Next week, Ranger Stop and Pop.